first debate is 1 week from today.
1 week?
That's right.
I thought Prairie View was first.
Prairie View is tough, so I thought we needed a warm-up.
The best Negro college in the state?
That's right, Mr. Burgess.
Denzel was looking for the music to achieve a kind of nobility and a strength without being weepy and sentimental. Very emotional story, and the balance could easily be tipped. Denzel's been very hands-on from the beginning, and we've gone through several drafts of every cue and got it to the point where really all the kinks were worked out before we came here, which is really the advantage of doing it that way. So when you're here with an 85 or 90-piece orchestra, there's very little discussion about anything other than just getting the best performance, because we know what the music's supposed to do.
James Newton Howard called me and said there was this film. Would I consider working on it with him? And I was very drawn to it for a number of reasons. Not only is it very well acted and directed and beautifully shot, but the story really, on many levels, was very compelling to me.
I think it's a very important subject. It's hard to imagine that this actually occurred. The level of prejudice and the political condition that was going on in the 30s for African Americans. So, I mean, the fact that they achieved this it's a remarkable story, absolutely.
Okay, good.
I cannot leave the state. It's a condition of my bail.
Can't let them stop you.
They're not stopping me. I just don't want to jeopardize your opportunity. You can win without me. This is what you wanted to do all along, isn't it?
He's right.
Why didn't you tell us this before?
Because I didn't want to hear your arguments. I knew they'd be too good. All right, Mr. Lowe, you're in charge. Whatever your instincts tell you, listen. Yes, sir. Let's go.
So you're saying you can't go with them? See,
Yeah, I'm telling you that, yeah, I can't go. This is his first time being this far away from his mother and father. There's a whole part of the scene where he says goodbye to his mother and father, and then he finds out I'm not going either. And, he goes, they all get on the train, but he starts running through the train to see his, yeah, I think our hearts are with him.
The movie and the score have a kind of Americana general feeling, but I wouldn't say we specifically captured that time period. We stayed away from the cliches that you might associate with sort of rural South, that kind of thing, because these are extremely literate people, and so that slice of life was something that the music tried to embody and support.
We're doing more of a classic kind of score that could be really any time. It's an orchestral score. I didn't really feel like we needed to pay too much homage to the period time-wise. A lot of the source material, some of the source music does that very effectively.
I think we got that.
James, he and I have been looking for something to do together, and I think he thought this would be a good project.
I admire Peter so much. He's a fine composer. As a doctorate in composition from Yale, I always say he's forgotten more about music than I'll ever know, and just thought he would be a really excellent collaborator for me.
Here we go. Who's the judge?
The judge is God.
Why is he God?
Because he decided to win or lose, not my opponent.
Who is your opponent?
He doesn't exist.
Why does he not exist?
He's merely an enforcer to the truth I speak.
Who's the judge?
The judge is God.
Why is he God?
Because
He decided to win or lose is not my opponent.
Who's your opponent?
He doesn't exist.
Why doesn't he exist?
Because he is merely an extension.
Okay.
You know, composing is such a solitary occupation, and so to open oneself up to that with another person was very exciting, actually, because sometimes he would start something and I would work on it, and then it would go back to him.
Violins and violas.
Or I would start something and then he would work on it, so there was a tremendous amount of back and forth.
When we get to 51. I like the idea of it because having another composer pushes me oftentimes into a direction that I didn't intend to go or didn't expect to go or I'm not allowed to go because of the structure presented to you by your partner. Let me hear that one more time, please.
67.
So I'm always looking for ways to shake it up a little bit, stir it up so I'm not doing the same kind of knee-jerk responses to all the solutions.
I wouldn't say it's a film that has a lot of action. There are a few big action-type moments, and this is one of them. One of the four students, he's only 14 years old, James Farmer, sees Denzel Washington's character, who's a college professor, dressed up sort of in country bumpkin kind of clothes, and he follows him to this meeting that's taking place in a barn. You learn that Tolson is actually a union organizer, and he's trying to organize white and black farm workers into a union.
This is 1935. We got the National Labor Relations Board, we got the AFL.
You ain't got shit.
And so they're having this secret meeting, and then the police come and bust up the meeting and actually kill several people. I mean, I think our big challenge here in this film was not to lead the action. You know, we wanted to support it, but not give it away, not manipulate, and not lead the audience. So I wouldn't say it's going against what's going on, but it's kind of following what's going on, rather than leading it, if that makes sense.
What are you doing out here?
There is the sound that you get with this orchestra in this room that is really perfect for this film. There's a real warmth that you get here that I'm not sure you get quite this way anywhere else.
You know, I love the musicians in England, and I've been coming to London since 1975 with Elton John. In fact, I did my first ever orchestral session here at Abbey Road in 1975 with the London Symphony on an Elton John album. And so I have a deep affection for the players here. The musicianship is on an extraordinary level. It's a storied studio. I mean, I love just having different opportunities and different experiences with musicians from all over the world. I think it helps keep the music fresher.
It isn't every time out that you get to work on something that matters, and this is one that I think matters. It's a story that needs to be told, and people forget just how it was not that long ago.